Alright, I'm out here with the 2023 KLX300 SM. This is the second time I've tried to do this, because the last time I did, my media mod decided not to record the audio. Seems like there is an issue every now and then when I'm changing the battery that the media mod will not work properly. So, with that being said, let me go over the things that I did not like about this bike stock. The license plate. I did come back and cut that, but it doesn't look bad with the plastic being cut. You can barely tell from any other angles. I did keep the red reflectors. I did like those for visibility, especially at nighttime. The gas tank is only 2 gallons, which I feel like I'm filling up quite often. I've only got 500 and some miles on the bike now. I am about to change the oil and oil filter. As the manual states, about 650 miles. The pegs that are here, these rubber pegs can be dangerous. They are slick when it's wet, so it can be an issue. I've had my foot slide off of these before, so be careful with those. The bike is pretty quick, but it's only 300 cc's, so it's not that quick. It's got, I think, around 25 horsepower, so it's definitely fun. It's enough to have fun with anyway. So anyway, let's get on it and take it for a ride. Got 589 miles on it. So I'm just entering the last percentage of the break-in cycle. This bike's RPM range is up to 10.5, but most of the power is around the 7.5K range. There's a double fuel body, or actually it's a fuel plate. There's 2 fuel plates in it that make it so it limits the power up to about 7,500 RPMs. As long as you know that, you can keep it in that RPM range and keep the power up. If you dip below it, like right now, there's barely any power there. As I'd mentioned earlier, that 2-gallon gas tank, it's kind of a low number, but that's what you get with a dirt bike with street tires on it. It's not too bad. I have gas stations quite frequently around here, so it's not that big of a deal for me. The stock tires, the front one I don't really like. It's got a channel in the center of it, which makes, at low speeds, it's kind of like going over a bump when you go over that threshold. It's a really weird, kind of awkward feeling. Makes you feel like something is not right. So I can't really feel it at this speed, but at lower speeds, like 20 miles an hour and under, you can definitely feel there's a bump there. It causes a weird steering reaction. But other than that, the tires, after you get the factory lubrication off of them, they seem to stick to the road pretty well. It's definitely a beautiful day out today. It was supposed to rain, so glad I got to go and ride again. I think this is about the 7th day in a row this spring that it's been nice. little bit windy out here today. I'm not sure if y'all can hear the wind or not, but it's definitely windy out. Once I start getting up into the mountains here, it'll be a little bit cooler, not so hot. I think it's around 70, maybe 75 degrees today. At lower elevations anyway. Alright, now that we're not behind the truck anymore, I can speed up a little bit. Bike is really nimble. And since it's so light, you can throw it back and forth pretty easily. These mirrors, when I first bought the bike, they kept coming loose. I don't think the people at the Cowie dealer put them on tight enough, but since I tightened them up, I haven't had an issue with it. So if y'all are buying one of these new, definitely make sure you go through the different bolts and nuts and make sure they're all tight. You might need to use some Loctite on some of them. I haven't had anything just fall off yet, so hopefully I don't. But over time, I'm sure little things do, and I probably wouldn't even notice. The bike cruises pretty good. I've had it up to 70, 75 miles an hour, and I feel like it can definitely go faster than that. I'm a little bit heavier of a guy at about 250, and it still pulls me pretty good. The brakes work really good. They're not ABS, but they do grip. They've got an oversized rotor in the front, so it does pick up and hold pretty well. I don't like the greens they decided to go for with this year. I like the older, darker Cowie green better. I will be replacing these green plastics probably with blackout, complete black plastics. I like having blacked out bikes. Looks like it might storm a little bit, but should be alright. Looked at the weather and it was only supposed to be 20% chance of rain, but that's a pretty dark cloud above. Ooh, he's coming in hot. Downshift here. Let's do some of these twisties. Like I said, the bike holds pretty well. Gotta remember to stay away from that yellow line because other people come across it on these turns. Yep. He's coming around pretty quick. See how he's on that line? Definitely don't want to knee scrape with those guys. A little bit of ear popping going on coming up this hill here. miles an hour, it says. This is a U-turn here. I do like these roads, they're a lot of fun. These roads right here can have rocks around them though, and the gravels and stuff falling down. So definitely got to be careful of that. Like right there, that debris. You can totally lose it on those. But anyway, you can hear the bike. You definitely got to keep those RPMs up. You want to keep that speed going. Doesn't have much power in the lower end. Those rocks right there, those can definitely wreck you. Looks like some leaves up here. Let's run over some water and make my tires a little bit slicker. Oh, starting to rain. Slow it down a bit now. Definitely don't want to lose traction. Whenever it starts to rain, the oil wants to come up off the road. Hasn't had a chance to wipe it off yet. Hopefully it'll dry it up pretty quick. No, definitely starting to come down now. And we're slowed down by a car. So, probably a good thing that we're getting slowed down by a car, because it's definitely raining now. I was hoping to avoid this today, but that's alright. It's only supposed to do a little bit. Should be able to get back to riding. Nope, he's gonna pull off, maybe let me by. Nope, looks like he's going up to whatever's up there. I don't know what's up there. I'd like to be able to find some shelter, but there's none around here. This is pretty much at the top of one of these mountains around here. Little bit more cautious. So I bought this bike for $7,500 and some change out the door. I know that people have got them cheaper. I got this one with 1 mile on it, so it was a brand new bike. I've seen people get them for $6,000 something out the door, but not sure if that includes sales tax, because sales tax here is kind of expensive. with the pandemic stuff, especially since 2020, things have been a little bit harder to find. I actually feel like I got pretty lucky with this one because they just got these bikes in. Seems to be what happens a lot around here is people will get these bikes in and then they sell out almost immediately. So people are still buying all of the bikes up. Seems like it's only these dual sport slash supermotos though. They don't seem to be buying up a lot of the other bikes like the crotch rockets and those other cruisers and stuff. I've been looking for one of these new for a few years off and on now. Seems like every other time that I've looked for one, they've been sold out. So I've got one now. It isn't exactly what I wanted. I was wanting a 400cc, but this bike seems to be enough power to have fun on. I probably would not have went with a 250 or less, just because I'm 250 pounds, like I said. Although I'm sure I could have fun on those bikes, it's probably not enough to pull my load. Well, maybe it was just one cloud over. It's probably that dark one that's over there. So, let's try this again. Probably a little bit rain though, so I mean probably a little slick, but it doesn't look too bad. Let's try it out. Some of these I didn't see the sign for, being able to see the signs to know what is coming up. Talking about the type of turns like that one. Well, I just experienced that channel in the center of the tire, as I said, below 20 miles per hour, and you get this like wobble effect because of the channel that's in that tire. There it is again. I bet if I look down at my speed, it's probably 20 miles an hour. There. Maybe 30. But that channel definitely wants to grip every now and then and push the wheel in a different direction. I don't like it. I'm gonna have to get the slicker tires instead of that groove, that channel in the center. I probably will be getting another set of rims and get some dual purpose tires on the bike. I would like to take the bike off-road, but I also need a skid plate. Definitely don't want to wreck the engine. Let's see, I don't see anybody, but this is a blind turn, so can't tell if that's oil in the center of the road there or not. I should probably stay off of that. But if you're thinking about getting one of these bikes, I would recommend it. I enjoy it. It's definitely a fun bike. I pretty much just ride dirt bikes, and go into something like a crotch rocket, I'm a little bit heavy on the throttle, so I don't know if it's such a good idea for me right now anyway. I might switch to one later. We'll see. Road looks a little bit wet there. Road looks sketchy to get through here with it breaking off the side like that. Does not inspire confidence. But this bike definitely has a high RPM range power band. Doesn't have much in the lower RPMs. A little bit of wetness on the road there, try to avoid that. What they're doing there. Might be a lookover spot there or something. Oh, some gravel's on the road. Not a whole lot of people out here today, it seems. Which makes these roads nice to come ride on. Nice WRXs. rev limiter on that one. And this is where a lot of people turn around. They go back up and hit the mountain again. Definitely a fun bike. If you're thinking about picking one up, I would recommend it. I've got 600 miles on the bike now. Definitely feels good. Having a lot of fun on it. If you guys have any questions, just hit me up. Thanks for watching.